You've been out of Ghana now for the past 2 years with FC Northland. Just tell us what it's been like coaching out there, having spent all of your career playing here and also coaching here in Ghana.
I think that it's been my vision to coach in Europe, and so it came when I didn't even know that was what I was looking out for. And it is a good field to be there, and I hope that many of our colleagues will get the opportunity of being there, to be very open and then broad-minded, and to see that the game is moving every day, the game is evolving every day. There are new trends, and you have the opportunity to create a trend as a person. You didn't know to just look at someone. Sometimes you just need to imagine on something. Some years back, about 10 years back, I read a biography of Alex Ferguson when he said coaching is all about imagination. That you need to imagine about something, and then you bring your creativity into it, and then it becomes a goal. That is how the game. And so when I went into Europe, I saw this. But it was something that I had read about, and then I was doing that even when I was far back in Tamale, trying to create so many things around every group of people that I got. I never waited time for somebody to employ me as a coach. I always thought that I had something in me. I have to use some things that are around me. I use my community. I use my schools. I use the youth teams. I use every opportunity that I get around me. That is any group of people that I get in order to be able to change something, in order to be able to impact something. Because if you become a big person without impacting on others, I don't think it's useful. It's not useful. And these are the things that I saw. And I think that FC Northland, irrespective of the fact that I work there, is a team that will make it big one day in Europe, because FC Northland can play a U16 player in the first team, and it's because of the structure of the team, because the structures are absolute. From our U12 up to our first team, we play the same way. So the dynamics of what we call the style of play is absolute, and this style of play is not static. We still update it, we still modify it, and then we get on. When you see any new thing and you think that is good, we just bring it into a discussion in a style of play meeting, which takes us about 4 hours into the night to discuss football. And everybody has the right to discuss it. Nobody will subject your opinion. They give you a chance to express yourself. If you have any new issue, you are there to test it, and then people will challenge it, and then we all will agree to it, and then add it to the style of play. It becomes part of it. That is the level I want our football to go. And so sometimes if I see people not thinking on my level, even though I still try to associate, because I still want to take the opportunity to try to change something there, for them to know that the way they see it is not what it is today. Yeah. When I was in Ghana, the way I saw football is not what I see football today. And Tahiru, you will believe, you've spoken with me, you've granted interviews with me, we've had chats. The way I used to talk to you today, my way of talking has changed, right? So it tells you that the game has changed. And if we don't change to go with it, it's never going to be the same. Would you believe that FC Northland has just won our stadium, and all our youth teams will train on it, but there's no clash. There's no clash, and there's no issues of lack of organization. No, everything is structured. You know the times you are training, you know what time you go, and everything is super. And so why can't we do that? Why we need to change our approach? We need to be broad-minded, and when we are like that, I believe that we can make it. So a lot of things, comes with me in terms of being in everything is structured. Everything is structured, and there's no issue of secrecy, even though there's trust. But there's no issue of hiding things around. You speak up, you speak up your opinion, and nobody will say no. He might disagree with you, but he still gives you the right to do it.
I mean, it does sound like you've obviously improved a lot as a coach. Your level is different now.
Of course, my level has always been different.
Yes.
And then it is important that if you stay at that level, Tahiru, it is not going to be, others will get to you and then you'll be outmoded. You need to always try to get yourself at a certain level. One very important aspect that I saw there, again, is team structure and then organization. In terms of our staffing. Here we don't make use of staff. A coach will tell you that he doesn't need an assistant. How can a coach work without an assistant? Even 5 assistants are not enough. One training session needs so many segregations. You need somebody, if you are doing maybe offensive play, you need somebody to be looking at their positioning. You need somebody to be looking at their runs. You need somebody to be looking at their breakthrough phases. You need somebody to be looking at how they are connected and distances. You need somebody to be looking at their finishing position. You need somebody to be looking at the quality of the finish. So can one person do that? So this tells you that there are so many things in the game that we don't have, but we are not agreeing to that, and then we are not accepting. Irrespective of this, you still can win games. But at the end, you should be objective to tell yourself that you are still not there. And we have laid on these things, and then we've been hiding, and we think it's normal. Sometimes when I speak about these things, I become very emotional because I see things not being done rightly. But we seem to be fine with it. And that these are the phases that I see that we need to try to improve.